Hello, Dave here at Clear Sky, getting very excited for our Dharma and the Stars weekend retreat starting in exactly a month on June 16th. AstroDharma, a weekend of AstroDharma with our wonderful teacher, Catherine Sensei. And I think my favorite aspect of what I really like about AstroDharma is that it really focuses on using astrology as a tool for growth and transformation, not just relying on our charts as a kind of fixed sense of, okay, this is how I am and that's it, and we'll just stop there and work with that, but really questioning that and saying, well, what does that mean about where my transformation and liberation might lie? And one of the, or perhaps the quintessential transformative journey in a person's astrological chart is that challenge, or that kind of that hero's journey of moving from the South Node to the North Node. The South Node representing the karma we come into the world with, in a sense what we're given by our family, our conditioning, our society, just the kind of karmic stream or the karmic gravity we're thrust into the world with. A lot of talents, skills, also unconscious habits can be a double-edged sword. Not bad, but what's sticky about the South Node is that it's our default, and if we live there our whole lives, we're really shutting ourselves off to our potential to unfold into our North Node, which can be considered our Dharma, or where our unfoldment lies. So that invitation to grow or to transform is really a call to integrate, to explore, to experience the transcendental, to manifest, and to basically liberate oneself and to help the world that way. So for me, I have my South Node in Virgo. That's also where my Sun is, so it's kind of doubled down a bit there, that energy of how that shows up for me. Virgo being very much, in its healthy form, it's very about mind-body integration, associated with green Tara, earth wisdom, taking care of, this body, but the whole earth body, and really integrating mind-body. Virgo comes from the word virgin, which doesn't mean really have anything to do with sex, but actually refers to a person who is self-wed, so they're self-contained. A virgin in that sense doesn't really need people or things or objects beyond themselves for fulfillment. And so Virgo, when it shows up more unwholesomely or neurotically, is often trying to fix everything. And often there's a lot of criticism and judgment that comes from that, directed at oneself, which can be very masochistic, and projected at other people. I often joke that Virgo's catchphrase is, I judge because I love. And I certainly see myself having a lot of that tendency. It comes from a good place. Also very, good thinkers, really wanting to heal and really seeing where things are not healed or not whole and wanting to fix that. So there's a really great motivation there, but the approach is a bit skewed. It's really coming at it from okay, I'll think about it and then I'll be able to control and fix it. Whereas Pisces, at the opposite side of that Virgo Pisces pole, the other side of the zodiac, Pisces is not exactly the opposite, but almost the inside out. Pisces already kind of lives in a state of oneness where there isn't really anything that needs to be fixed. And so the mind doesn't really need to show up to try and make things better. It's more about existing in that kind of sea of consciousness. Pisces is really associated with the transcendental, with unit of consciousness, Christ consciousness, often very artistic, very creative, so much more about being in flow and surrendering to that universal energy rather than using the mind to try and control. And for me, it's a bit doubly interesting because my North Node in Pisces is in the 6th house, which is actually ruled by Virgo, and my South Node in Virgo is in the 12th house, which is ruled by Pisces. And the 12th house is very much associated with the unconscious, with meditation, with transcendence, also with institutions. So it's often things that are unseen. So while I can be very aware that I am a Virgo and have those qualities, I'm not often clear of how they're showing up. In the 6th house, where my Dharma lies in that transformation, where my North Node is, that 6th house is the house of service, and in a sense showing up in community, but showing up in service. So being a clear sky, being a karma yogi, being of service is a really wonderful part of embracing that. And that 6th house, again, is really about healing and nourishment. And so for me, when I think about that transition, it's about moving from, thinking about the mind, from overanalyzing, trying to fix the mind, to embodying the mind. So rather than, thinking about the body as something to be fixed, it's more just embodying the mind that's already there and living in that state of unity. So I hope some of you will be inspired to explore this further and learn about your own South Node to North Node journey, and joining this course would be a really wonderful start. We hope to see you there.